Erin Sorensen usually reports the news, specifically what's happening in and around Nebraska's athletic teams. Never did she think she'd become it on a quiet night in February.
You just don't really understand the full impact of what has happened to you until after the fact. And that was a night that I thankfully don't relive. It hasn't haunted me, which is a blessing, but there's certain things you'll never forget. That was actually my boyfriend's birthday, and we had plans for the whole weekend, so that night was gonna be just really low-key. And we got to the top of the hill and then, didn't come home for 5 days. We were hit by a drunk driver. He was distracted and just driving way too fast and reckless, and he was going about 80 miles an hour in a residential. I don't think I'll ever forget just the sound and knowing instantly that something wasn't right out of that. And knowing that I walked out and immediately kind of went into that state of shock. Jax gets really upset when people cry. But just going into that state of shock and knowing instantly that I almost felt like I needed to go home. I needed to get somewhere else. I am like a social media nut, so I knew pretty quickly that this was going to get out. I would say Nebraska fans led the charge. I think people came out of the woodwork because somebody who was a Nebraska fan, who knew the person who followed me on Twitter, heard about it, and therefore felt compelled to then follow me and also reach out. It's hard even today because I feel like there's just no way for me to thank people, because not only was I getting, messages from friends and family, but then this just group of people who had never met me before were just flooding my social media pages with love and support. And the day before spring camp was supposed to begin, so spring football, I was feeling pretty sorry for myself because in my head, I had these ideas that I was gonna progress a lot faster than I had. And that was the day that I was sitting on my couch and the doorbell rang, and it was the mail carrier, and he had a box, and it was a signed football from Coach Riley and his staff, and then a hat from Sean Eichhorst, and both of them with notes to me basically saying, we wish you were going to be there for spring football. We can't wait to see you back at Memorial Stadium. And it was just so kind, because you go to those practices and you report on their team and you don't expect anything from it. And I don't think that they will ever understand what that meant, because it was just like, I didn't know that they knew I existed. And I didn't expect anyone to comfort me. I didn't expect anyone to go, Erin, it's okay. We miss you here.
The kindness of those within Nebraska athletics, combined with the passionate support of Husker fans, helped Erin recover to do the job she loves.
I would tell anyone that reached out to me, thank you, and that I wish I could meet you personally and say thank you. I'm a University of Nebraska alum. I've sung the fight song hundreds of times before, but I've never really truly understood, there is no place like Nebraska until this happened. And I would argue anyone until the cows come home, there really is no place like Nebraska.